without much further ado, today I'm going to be showing you what I do in a day of self-quarantine. First things first, let's have some breakfast. I actually woke up this morning and went for a walk in the woods. That was like my first course of action because I like to start my day off with a nice walk. It was so fun. The dogs love it. I try to go like every other day. I'll be honest, I was kind of inspired by this thing that Jessica Simpson said. She said she lost like 100 pounds just by simply walking 10,000 steps a day. And of course, you know, not eating like an absolute ravenous beast. Woo, I'm back. Cyclosporin, 175 milligrams twice daily so I don't die, and some magnesium citrate. This is very, very good for your muscular system as well as your cardiovascular system. Great, my camera's dying. Be right back. I'll be honest, I've been having kind of a good day, but then it like turned stressful very suddenly. But now I'm back to trying to have a good day. It's a process. So I'm gonna take my meds and let you guys know what's going on. I have been kind of keeping this a little bit under wraps because I didn't want to say anything until it was official, but now that I've finally signed the contract, it's official, so I guess I can tell you guys that I bought a house. I have been trying to buy a home for a while now. I have been saving money little by little over the past couple years because that's kind of been my goal, is to eventually settle down somewhere. I always knew that I wanted to have a home for my dogs. I wanted to have a yard. I was getting sick of throwing away so much money on rent, so I finally did it, and by July 1st I will be ready to move in. So it's really exciting. It's in Connecticut. Hold on, I'm gonna take this medication. It's in like the woods. it's pretty desolate, and it's close to where my mom lives. It's close to my cancer center where I go for treatment, so it's good. And it has a big yard. It has a nice little private driveway, and it's a lot of space, so I'll be able to have, you know, family stay over when they come to visit from Czech Republic. I can't believe I'm like a homeowner. It's so crazy. I'm turning 30 this year, so I feel like this is like the natural life progression. Here we are, you know, I guess all of my saving and everything paid off, and I'm a little bit proud of myself. I think I'm allowed to be proud of myself. I think I'm just gonna kind of fast forward through this part and show you guys the products that I'm using. Clinique is my favorite type of foundation to use. It's really light. It almost feels like you have nothing on. Foundation is done. Next up is going to be my bronzer. I like to use Hoola by Benefit. Next, I'm gonna use this Clinique blush in Heather Pop. Next up, I'm going to do my brows, which are the trickiest part of my routine because my brows look fucking insane. Ooh, I have to pluck these a little bit. I try to do this like every other day because I feel like if you let them get too bad, then it's harder to get them back to their original state. And then for my brows, I'm going to be using Big Ego by Tarte. It is a brow pomade, and then I'm going to set my brows with this Double Duty Beauty Tarte Busy Gal brow shit. Next is lips. I have been loving this. It is Bound by NARS, and it's like a little trial size. Let's do a little bit of highlight on the bridge of my nose right here and maybe the tip of my nose. And I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill highlighter palette. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using Cabaret Premier. This is from Amazon actually. It's an Amazon bestseller. Gonna go downstairs into my little filming space because I wanted to possibly film something down there, but also I got some packages. Ooh, okay. Let's see what this is. Oh, cool. Yay, I'm excited about this. I feel like this stuff is liquid gold right now. I got this Buxom Plumping Lip Polish. I actually kind of want to put some on now. I do not need any more lip glosses, but apparently my brain convinced me that I did a few nights ago at like 2 a.m. Then I got these faux mink eyelashes. I like to use these for when I'm filming videos, like for my Patreon and for my newly launched OnlyFans. And the last thing that I got is a cheerleader costume for my Patreon. I thought it would be fun to do like a little cosplay in like a cheerleader outfit. I was not a cheerleader in high school. I was one of like the theater nerds. I was super awkward. I don't know if you guys know the movie, but I'm a cheerleader, but it's actually one of my favorite movies, and I thought maybe I could do like an homage to that. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that over on my Patreon and my OnlyFans, and that'll be really, really fun. My Patreon and OnlyFans has always been like a cool way for me to express myself and like a little sexy side of me. I am actually working on a video about the stigma that OnlyFans and Patreon creators face, and a lot of people who are participating in this video with me are also fellow members of the LGBTQ and just fellow YouTubers that have kind of gone down the same route as I have. So I'm really excited to make that video. I'm probably gonna go to sleep very, very soon. I'm just gonna like finish up some editing on my computer. Why am I acting so fucking annoying? Who am I? I will see you guys tomorrow because this is gonna be a 2-part vlog. That's what we're doing because we couldn't fit enough content into one day that is interesting enough to make an entire fucking video for you to waste your time watching. So see y'all tomorrow. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the welcome to yet another day in self-quarantine. I just decided to do my hair and makeup, and I'm gonna be filming some Patreon stuff and having a mimosa because it's Saturday, and I guess that's socially acceptable, right? So I'm going to be attempting to make lemon bars. It requires a very small amount of ingredients that are all pretty cheap to get. And I also feel like everybody and their mothers mothers are making banana bread right now. And I wanted to do something different. So I found this recipe. This is the easiest recipe that I could find online. So this one involves 2 steps, which is making the shortbread crust and the lemon filling. And all you really need is powdered sugar, granulated sugar, flour, eggs, butter, lemon, and I am going to start with making the shortbread crust. The shortbread crust is super easy to make. Apparently, we'll see if this works out. I need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, which I'm going to put into my bowl. You also need a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Gonna dump that in there, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, which I will try to measure out by using this thing. I guess that's enough. I don't know. And then it tells you to also get a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. That's equal to 1 stick of butter. But before we add that butter in, I'm just going to whisk this. I don't really know why I have to whisk it, but I'm whisking it. And you're gonna also wanna preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and you're gonna wanna take an 8x8 pan. This is the best I could do. I decided to take some butter and rub it all over and then put this parchment paper on it. And I'm gonna go set my oven to 350 right now, get it preheated, and then I'm gonna cut in the butter until the mixture resembles coarse crumbles, and I'm gonna whisk it using the KitchenAid mixer. I'll see you guys in a sec. So I've got my 1 stick of cold as ice butter. Make sure this stick of butter is as cold as me in a relationship, and you are going to cut this butter into a few pieces, I guess. And you're gonna want it to resemble something like coarseness. I never said I was good at this. Remember I said that when this thing comes out of the oven looking like a burnt turd. Or cooking now. I mean baking. What's the next step? Let me look at my phone. Next is to press the mixture into the bottom of the prepared pan in an even layer and bake for 20 minutes. That's cool because while it's baking, I'm gonna make the lemon filling Amazing. Okay, well, it's still doing its thing. You guys wanna look? Come in. That's what it's looking like right now. Like nothing. I hope I got my measurements right. I don't know if I did. Okay. That's quite enough of that. I think this is gonna work, actually. Whatever. Like, I don't have fun doing it anymore because it's like torture. Okay, now we're gonna make the lemon filling. And so we are going to combine a 1/4 cup of flour. I hope this is right. We've got 1.5 cups of sugar. And then you're gonna need 4 eggs. Boop. And then you're going to get 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. You can get this from about 1.5 lemons. And then you're gonna get the juice of 3 lemons and add that in. This looks so good. I would just eat this with a spoon. There is a video for this recipe actually, and this looks correct. So I'm gonna just go with that this is correct. It smells nice. Is there supposed to be anything else in it? I need to just double check the ingredients. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go check on the sharp bread crust, which also, after looking at the video, looked like I did it correctly. So I think we're good on that front. And the last step is going to be to remove the crust, add the filling over it, and then bake an additional 25 minutes. And when you're done, we're gonna take a little bit more powdered sugar and we're gonna dust the top. We are going to cool it completely, cut it into squares. So it looks like we'll be having this for dessert later. All right, cool. I'll see you guys in a sec. I am so excited because I'm having goulash for dinner, which is, wow, actually one of my favorite foods. If you don't know what goulash is, it is typically an Eastern European soupy dish. Where's goulash from originally, Mom? Hungarian. The Czech people stole it.
This is Czech goulash.
Czech goulash, it's different. Except it is missing one crucial item, and that is knedla, which are dumplings, but it's okay. We're on a diet. What is this Johnny Bravo thing going on in my hair right now? I have no idea. So the lemon bars are done, and honestly, I think they look good. I think they came out okay. The last step is to now powder them with some icing sugar and cut them into bars. And I'm also going to taste test it, so we will get to the bottom of whether or not these are disgusting or delicious. Have a look at that. Looks very nice, very moist. Okay, I actually think I got the flavor just right. The texture is still a little bit soft. I think it needs to set a little bit longer in the fridge, but otherwise it's super delicious, sweet, just the right hint of acidity from the lemon, and the sugar on top is a nice touch to like balance it all out. On the bottom actually turned out really, really good, so I'm surprised with that. But yeah, this was actually really awesome. Very, very simple to make. Honestly, it took about an hour in total. Doesn't use a lot of ingredients. This is way simpler than making banana bread in my opinion. So I'm gonna leave the recipe down below if you guys wanna try it out. But yeah, I am so full. Between this and the goulash, I'm stuffed. So I am going to go and edit some videos and just rest. But thank you guys so much for following me around. Make sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.